Hi, welcome to your yoga practice today. This is a strong vinyasa sequence based around the pose Garudasana. I'll be telling you a little bit about the story of Garuda, the eagle, as we go through our sequence, especially towards the end where I tell you the story of how he rescued his mother from the evil serpents. Meanwhile, let's begin in a nice strong movement choreographed around the attentions to detail and the alignment of Garudasana. So please would you begin in downward facing dog with bent knees. Place your hands so your index fingers point forward. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees. Keep your knees bent as you press your hands forward and lengthen your spine. Now begin to straighten your legs. Keep lifting up your sitting bones. We're beginning our sequence today with some sun salutations with Garudasana in mind. Lift your sitting bones up to lengthen the backs of your legs. And turn the inner creases of your elbows forward towards your index fingers and press the base of your index fingers down into the ground. Now slightly bend your knees and look forward, raise your head, and walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. When you get here, raise your chest, look forward for Ardha Uttanasana, and then fold into Uttanasana. Stay here for a few breaths as you press down through your fingertips. If you need to bend your knees, please do. Press down through the center of your heels and squeeze your legs as you press your fingers down. Bring your shoulders up onto your back, up towards your tailbone. Now bend your knees, bring your arms out to the side and come up to standing, toning your belly as you rise up. Bring your hands together and down to your heart. Inhale, bring your arms up again. Keep looking forwards. Exhale, fold, look down, touch the floor. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. Exhale, walk back into plank. A few variations in our sun salutations. Side plank here, but keep both hands on the floor. Separate your feet, bring both your heels to the left. Bring the left side waist away from the floor. Bring your heels up. Bring both of your heels over to the right. The right side waist lifts up. Cinch your waist, very strong abdominal muscles here. Bring your heels back up. Bring your knees down to the floor, pick up your feet, cross your ankles, and come part way down the push-up and pause. Press your hands back towards your knees. Cobra Pose, bring your feet down, bring your pubic bone down, curl up. Tuck your toes under, lift up, back to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply, and exhale completely. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend your knees and look forwards. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, raise your chest away from the floor, look up. Exhale, fold back to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, bring your arms out to the side, come up. Look forwards as you bring your hands together and then down through the center line of your body. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down by your sides and touch the floor. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. Exhale, walk back into plank again. Separate your feet, again side plank, both heels to the left. Bring your heels up, both heels to the right. Inhale, bring your heels up. Bring your knees to the floor if needed, otherwise straight legs. Lower your chest part way down the push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up to cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale, squeeze your arms. Exhale, push your hands forward. Inhale, squeeze your legs. Exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, slightly bend your knees and look forwards. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat.
Inhale, raise your chest, look up. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, come up to standing, look forwards, bring your hands together. Exhale, bring your hands down by your sides for mountain pose. Last one. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, raise your chest, look forward. Exhale, walk back into plank, separate your feet. Bring both of your heels over to the left. Pick your heels up. Bring both of your heels to the right. Pick your heels up. Chaturanga Dandasana, bring your knees down as needed, come part way down. Inhale, curl up to Cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, slightly bend your knees, look up. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, raise your chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, come up to standing, bend your knees, push your heels down, tone across your belly. Bring your hands together and down in towards your heart and down by your sides. Bring your feet together. Bring your hands to your hips. Pick your right leg up and bring your right hand to the outside of your right thigh. Opening up the hinge of your leg, widen your knee out towards the right, kind of like you're opening up a rusty gate. Create tension and compression between your hand and your leg. Now bend that knee more and bring your heel up in towards your right buttock, doing a hamstring curl. Reach down with your hand, coming to tree pose, and place your foot inside your left inner thigh. Press the thigh back into the foot, pressing into the midline. Now bring your arms up into cactus arms. Now straighten your arms, opening up your eagle wings. Coming into eagle legs, take your right foot away, bend the left knee, and wrap your right leg over your left leg. Now bring your arms to parallel ahead of you so you can see your hands. Lower your right hand, and then cross your arms as high as you can, as close to your shoulders as you can, as you then wrap your arms around each other, either palm to palm, or perhaps backs of palms if you're feeling a little stiffer in your shoulders, or maybe even grab your shoulders. Now move your wrists so that they're in line with your nose, and draw your navel into your spine. So a lot of conscious abdominal toning going on today in our sequence, especially here in Eagle. Now spread wide your eagle wings again. Unravel that right leg and place your foot down. Bring your hands back to your hips. Pick up your left leg. Bring your left hand to the outside of the leg, and again creating resistance. Move your leg out to the side, opening up. Bring your heel up towards your left buttock, that hamstring curl. Grab the base of your shin and plug in for tree pose. If you need to bring your foot below your knee, please do. And if you need to keep your hand here, please do. Otherwise, bring your arms back up into cactus arms. Eagle pose is very much to do with the birth of Garuda, when he burst out of this huge egg and became a massive, powerful ball of energy, so big and so powerful that the gods actually asked him to reduce in size. Open up your arms. So this is very much to do with opening and closing our entire sequence. So now start to hug into the midline in eagle pose. Take your left leg away, wrap it around the right, bring your arms to parallel. Left arm under as high as you can, and then wrap your arms like rope. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your arms, tone across your lower belly, even slightly squeeze your pelvic floor. Steady and calm as you bring your hands just ahead of your nose, aware of your peripheral vision, looking out through the corners of your eyes. Open up your eagle wings again. Unravel that left leg. Place it down and bring your hands onto your hips. Well done. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. If you move to the side of your mat, come back to the short edge at the front. Exhale, fold, back to Uttanasana. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. And as you exhale, walk back into downward facing dog. Now, bring your feet to about hip width apart, so you could put one more of your feet inside your feet. And raise your right leg behind you. Look under your belly and check that your knee and your toes are pointing down, and turn the inner thigh up towards the ceiling as you squeeze both sides of your bottom. Now another hamstring curl. Bend your knee and bring your heel in towards the center of your right buttock. And bring that right knee maybe a little higher. Push your hands forward. See a strong vinyasa sequence here. Simple poses, but we're holding and we're toning. Now bring your thigh towards your chest, your knee towards your nose, and stack your shoulders over your wrists. Go back to three-legged dog. Straighten that right leg. Push through both of your heels. Hamstring curl again. Bring your heel towards the center of your right buttock. Bring that knee even higher maybe. Bring your thigh towards your chest, your knee towards your nose. Now step your right foot in between your hands. Bring your back knee down. Bring both hands onto your front leg and push your chest up as you gaze forward. Bring your arms ahead of you, parallel. Bring your left arm under, your right arm on top, and do eagle arms again. Bring your wrists ahead of your nose and press your right foot towards your left knee, your back knee. Squeeze your bottom and perhaps bend down a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Now unravel your arms and straighten them up overhead. Look down at your right foot, touch down, and go back to downward facing dog. Pick up the back knee and step back. Feet again about hip width apart. Left side, inhale, raise that left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring the heel towards the left buttock. Then bring your thigh towards your chest, your knee to your nose, coming forward. Really bring your navel to your spine. Push the floor away from you. Be really strong here. Now open up again. Press back. Make sure you're turning the inner thigh up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, bring the heel towards your buttock and open up more. Bring the knee higher. Keep your arms strong. Bring your thigh towards your chest. Your knee towards your nose, your foot a little higher, point your toes even here. Then step your foot in between your hands. Bring your back knee down, coming into a low lunge, an Anjaneyasana, lower body. Bring your hands onto your thigh and push your chest up. Get power in your legs here. Push the back knee forwards, drag the front foot back without moving it. Now bring your arms out to the side, open your eagle wings. Bring your arms forward. Bring the right arm under. And move your elbows and your hands so that they're right in front of your face. Squeeze your bottom. Lift your lower belly up towards your chest. Maybe press your elbows down a little bit here and soften your shoulders. Gaze through your wrists, being aware of what's in front of your face as well as being aware of your peripheral vision to the sides. Open up your eagle wings again. Look down, touch down, and go back to downward facing dog. Pick up the back knee and press back. Open up again. Now walk your hands back towards your feet. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees and hinge up to standing, slow and steady, coming back up to gaze forward. Bring your hands down by your sides. Now walk to the front of the mat. Bring your feet together. Tree pose. Turn your right knee out and pick the leg up, grabbing the base of your shin. Keep squeezing your heel up towards your right buttock as you place your foot and lengthen your arms back into the spreading eagle wings. Now bring your arms ahead of you and bring your right arm under, making eagle arms. Take your right foot away, make eagle legs. Right leg on top. Relax your shoulders. Now listen carefully. Lower your chest, draw your navel into your spine. Unravel your right leg and bring your heel up towards your buttock, doing that hamstring curl. Now move your knee behind you and straighten both of your legs as much as you can, coming into a variation of Warrior 3. Now bend your left knee and reach with your back foot to the back of your mat, lower your chest and touch down as lightly as you can. Bring your arms up. Keep moving your right hip point forward. Now open up your eagle wings again with your palms facing down. Stretch your arms. Bring your back heel down and come into Warrior 2, turning your chest to the right. Left arm over your left leg. Find your stance. Now look down at your front foot, touch down, go back to downward facing dog. Pick up the back heel, touch down, step back. Stretch back. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Stay here in Uttanasana. Lift your sitting bones, tone across your belly, squeeze your legs, and bring your shoulders up onto your back. Now bend your knees, bring your arms out to the side, come up to standing, look forwards. As you bring your hands together overhead, bring them down to your heart, and then down by your sides. Walk forwards to the front of the mat. Bring your feet together. Tree pose on your left side, turn the left leg out, bring your foot up, plug in. Bring your eagle arms out to the sides, palms down. Turn your palms forward and bring your arms ahead of you. Bring your left arm under. Make your eagle wrap with your arms. Unplug the left foot and make your eagle legs, Garudasana legs. Centralize your wrists. Gaze forward with a steady dristi, a steady stare. Now lower your chest, draw your navel into your spine. Preparing for Warrior 3 with your arms in eagle. Unravel that left leg. Bring the heel up towards your buttock. Tone across your belly. Stretch both of your legs straight, so that standing leg as straight as you can as well. Preparing for the low lunge. Bend the right knee. Lower your chest deeply. Reach back with that back foot. Touch down as lightly as you can. Keep your eagle arms. Open up your eagle arms. Open your wings. Warrior 2, bring your back heel down, rotate your chest to the left, look over your right hand. Downward facing dog, touch down, step back, stretch back. Come to child's pose, bring your knees to the floor, big toes touch, side by side, toenails down, reach your arms straight, and bring your forehead to the floor. Keep your eyes open. Now raise your head and look at your thumbs and walk both of your hands over to the right, lengthening and stretching the left side of your body as you relax your head down to the floor again. And let your right ribs rest on your right thigh. Breathe deeply here, recovering. Raise your head, look at your hands, walk your hands back to center, and then at more or less the same angle over to the left. Forehead to the floor, breathe into your right lung. Raise your head, look at your hands, walk your hands back to center, and then come up to hands and knees. Make your hands, knees and feet like they were on train tracks, knees behind your hands, toenails on the floor behind you, and round your back, cat pose. Now come into the back bend, raise your chin, lift up your sitting bones. A counter pose here to eagle pose. Tuck your toes under, come to downward facing dog, lift up and press back. Now walk your hands back towards your feet, Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, hinge up to standing. Bring your feet together. Bend your right knee, doing a hamstring curl, your foot behind you. Bring your navel in towards your spine, tone across your belly. Reach around with your right hand and push the right hip point forward. Open your chest, broaden your collarbones. Now keep the foot high, take your hand away, bring your right hand onto your right hip and come straight into tree pose. So turn the leg out to the side, grab the shin and place your foot. Bring your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers and press your knuckles down to the floor as you open up. Open up your chest, open up your heart, but keep gazing forward. Maybe bring your hands a little higher behind you. Release your hands, bring them onto your hips. Release your leg and place it down. Thigh stretch on the other side, pick up the left leg. Push the hip point forwards. Keep your breathing steady and even. Try and keep that breathing with inhalations and exhalations about the same length. Take your hand away. Turn your knee up towards the ceiling. Bend the foot more, bring the foot up higher more rather. Grab the shin, tree pose. Interlace your fingers, the non-dominant clasp behind your back. Press your knuckles down to the floor. Open up your chest. Keep drawing your navel into your spine. Maybe bring your hands a little higher behind you. And if you can, bring the heels of your hands together, then do. Release your hands. Bring them onto your hips. And bring your foot down. Bring your arms ahead of you and bend your knees, coming down into a squat, squeezing your knees together as you go down to the floor. Bring your hands onto the floor and come back into Vajrasana, lightning bolt pose. Just kneeling, sitting onto your heels, bring your hands onto your thighs. This pose is quite similar to eagle pose in that it symbolizes energy being encapsulated, being pressed in, lightning bolt. You're quite small here, but the potential for energy is huge. The same for Garudasana. Garuda was, as I said, he was burst out of this egg, such huge power, which he used to rescue his mother. So his mother was abducted by serpents. Bring your hands to the right. Bring the soles of your feet to face each other and your hands on the floor behind you. In this counter pose to Garudasana. She was taken to an underworld with these serpents and they told Garuda that he could have his mother back if he could give them Amrita, which is the nectar of life. Now Amrita is up in the celestial mountains, and there were 3 obstacles that Garuda had to overcome in order to get this Amrita for the serpents to release his mother. Press your feet together firmly. Now lengthen your left leg long and bring the sole of your right foot in towards your body and turn the sole up slightly towards the ceiling. Straighten this left leg and bring your hands inside your knees. Raise your chest, extend your spine, lengthen. And as you exhale, fold. Bring your arms into a position like downward facing dog, or if needs be, just stay upright with your hands just ahead of you. Squeeze your left leg strong and draw your navel into your spine. So Garuda, strong, powerful as he was, went to this first obstacle, which was a ring of fire. This ring of fire, this massive wall of fire, I should say, was blocking his way. But he went to the nearby rivers, sucked up all the water, and extinguished all of the flames. Now walk your hands back up towards your body. Bring your hands up, keeping your hands in space. Turn your chest, rotating around your spine with your abdominal strength. Then bring your hands down to the floor flat. Now drag your right hand back and your left hand forward so that you rotate a little bit more towards the left. Sorry, your left hand back and your right hand forward. Sorry, I'm mirroring you here. Draw your navel into your spine. Stay upright like this. Or bring your right ribs towards your big toe,
Your left ribs move back as you come more forwards, perhaps grabbing your leg, maybe your foot, if it's within reach, so work within your limitations. Raise your chest. And if you want to, if you can, draw your navel in more and fold more over that leg, bringing your elbows up, still broadening your collarbones as if they were wings outspread. So that first obstacle was managed, but the next obstacle was this huge, powerful, spiked, spinning gate, a round gate. There was no way of getting through it. But Garuda, able to shrink and condense not only his power, but also his form, went through the very center of the gate, passing through and getting through the second obstacle. Now raise your chest halfway, and then walk back. Bring the soles of your feet together again. Hands on the floor behind you, or perhaps if you're sitting right on top of your sitting bones, bring your hands forward. Wrap them around your feet and tip forward, but try and keep right on top of the sitting bones here, or perhaps even slightly forwards. Relax your shoulders. Now the third obstacle were more venomous serpents. So Garuda flapped his wings. He grew his wings to maximum capacity and flapped them so that the dust created that was flying in the air blinded the serpents. He was then able to get through that third barrier, that third obstacle, and go to the Himalayas. There, the Amrita was guarded by the gods, but he stole that Amrita. Inhale, raise your chest. Gave it to the serpent, who then freed his mother. Hands on the floor behind you. Lengthen your right leg long. Now bring the top of your left foot to the floor. Come forwards in between your knees. So we're doing some nice counter poses here for your legs. Keep pressing the left foot down. Squeeze your straight right leg strong. Now walk your hands back. Bring your arms up in space and turn using the strength of your core. Bring your hands down. Now push your right hand forward and drag your left hand back to assist you in turning the left ribs a little more forward towards your big toe. Stay like this or fold forwards, grabbing your shin or your foot, whatever is available to you. Raise your chest if you've got your foot, and as you exhale, if available, fold forward more. Broaden your chest. Keep your breathing smooth. Come up halfway. Release the grasp of whatever you have and come back up. Bring the soles of your feet together one last time. Coming into the depth of Baddha Konasana that suits you. So hands on the floor, behind you or around your toes. Stay upright or fold forward. You may even find now that you can bring your elbows ahead of your shins to assist in a more gentle folding forward. But again, be mindful of your limits here. Keep your abdominal muscles toned. Raise your chest, look up. Come up. Bring your hands onto the floor behind you and come into tabletop. So toes point forward. Bring your hands on the floor behind you with your fingers facing the outer edges of the mat. Walk your feet a little bit away so that when you now bring your pelvis up, your shins are up and down. Look at your knees. Do this slowly because we've just been doing lots of forward folds. Your spine needs time to adjust. Keep pressing your tailbone towards your knees. Press your knees slightly towards each other and your feet back towards your hands as if you were doing bridge pose, but we're doing this instead, putting a bit of weight on the arms, some load on the shoulders. Open up your chest a little more. Now slowly descend your bottom back down to the floor. Bring your elbows down. Bring your head down. Lengthen one leg long and then the other, and stay here in Savasana. Press your elbows down so that you can draw your shoulder blades together and make your Shavasana
as comfortable as you can. Relax your bones in their joints and the muscles around those joints and all throughout your body. Close your eyes. Release and let go. In a sense, we are all a bit like Garuda. We're all spiritual beings who are larger than life. Having been born in a material body, we've reduced ourselves in size and energy, and in this way, some of our vast spiritual potential remains hidden. The eagle pose starts with arms and legs open and extended, and then the body is reduced in size as we pull into ourselves. We hold the pose and then release, returning to openness. As spiritual beings living a human experience, we're constantly faced with obstacles that we overcome by turning to our divine nature. Just as Garuda used his divine power to free his mother. Please bend your knees one leg at a time, bringing the soles of your feet back to your mat, back to the floor, back connected with the ground. Roll over onto your right side and pause here, continuing to relax. Take a few moments here to notice how you feel, how your body feels having practiced that sequence, and how your mind and your spirit have responded to that. Press down through one hand, your left hand, and then your right, and bring yourself up into a seated position that's as comfortable as you can make it. Lengthen your spine, and bring your hands into your heart. Lower your chin so it touches your fingertips. May we all soar like eagles. Be aware of our spiritual potential and strength as we glide through our lives. And bring your hands onto your legs with your palms gently pressing down. Raise your chin, open your eyes. Namaste. If you'd like to know more about these stories of different sages and gods, I'll leave below in the comments box below the information and the author of this lovely book that I have here called Myths of the Asanas. If you'd like to do more vinyasa sequences, please click on this link up here that connects you to all my vinyasa classes. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions or suggestions in the comments box below, and please remember to subscribe, and I hope to see you again very soon. Namaste.